All right, we are live for the first time in a few weeks. We are coming to you Tuesday night live. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. And let's see who gets here first. Let's see. It looks like I'm going to be by myself tonight, and that is quite all right. If you are watching, um, make sure to like, comment, share. Make sure you're following the page. And exciting week in Kentucky. Exciting week. Kentucky's biggest hunting event of the year. The Kentucky Elk Draw was held. And my good friend, usually the man who is on here with me, Mike Collins, was drawn. And we are so excited. Hey, Anthony's here. Anthony has been struggling, guys. His life has been a mess. It's been upside down for a few weeks because we've not been live. And, it's good to create a little bit of, what do they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's good to have a little bit of that. So there we go. Is this a new podcast? Yeah, absolutely, Jim. And you know what? A little disappointed that Anthony beat you on here tonight, Jim. Just a little disappointed. I got hair sticking out. Look at that. Y'all like my long ship hat? If you're moving freight, if you ship anything on a truck, I can help. That is the long ship sponsor of the night. There we go. Who else we got on here? It says we got 12 people. I've been trying to get a hold of Josh so he can share it in our Kentucky Outdoors group because Facebook won't let us won't let us go live from a group anymore. They changed that rule. And Mike is out for 2 baseball games. His sons are playing ball games, and so here we are. Who else we got? Anthony and Jim, the only ones. Let us know where you're watching from. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it with your buddies. Make sure you let your friends know you're here. You're really doing your friends a disservice if you don't tell them, hey, Eastern Outdoors is back. They're live. It's Tuesday night. Cancel all your plans. Go find a quiet place to sit away from your wife or your loved ones. Pull out your phone and join in. Gary Cat says, finally, you're back. It's been rough watching from Kingdom City, Missouri. Kingdom City, Missouri. Whereabouts is that, Missouri, Gary? You know what? I just realized I saw a map yesterday. And I've always thought Missouri was a long state, but it's a tall state. I just noticed that last night. My girls and I were watching a TikTok video about you had to guess the state. It lit up red. Anyway, you guys don't care. Let me fix this camera. I don't like being at the bottom. East of Columbia. Oh, Columbia. I have no idea where that is. Columbia, South Carolina. I kept hitting refresh, waiting, and we are here. Yeah. So took me. I was a few minutes late because the light that I use behind my camera couldn't find the remote to, so I had to find that real quick. So, a little disappointing because I thought all of our buddies in the turkey group would be here. Josh Wilson, Christian, some of those guys, and I've not heard from them. So, a few things to talk about. Let's talk about Kentucky elk hunting. Let's talk about the elk draw. Bring all your questions, all your concerns, all your conspiracy theories. I've got answers for all of them. Let's talk about. We're going to have our next big event. It's May. I think our next big event is going to be a squirrel hunting tournament in August. Let's talk about some of the prizes we can give away. And let's talk about you. How's your life going? Turkey season's over. How'd it go for you? That's in Kentucky. Maybe you're hitting other states. And if turkey season's over for you for good, what's your life look like right now? So, first of all, do we have anyone else in here other than our good friend Mike Collins, who's not here? Did you put in for the elk draw? Did you get drawn? Do you know friends who were drawn? What's the lowdown there? Fill us in on how the elk draw went from you guys. I don't know why we only have a few people commenting this. Usually it's flooded by now, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's because Mike's not here. Maybe usually sometimes, when it starts getting summertime, the days are longer, the weather's a little warmer. We take a few days off here or there. Sometimes we have a hard time getting you guys back. So we'll see how it goes. Did also have a question. My phone is blowing up, and I thought it was going to be because it's live, but it's because I posted something about doing the carnivore diet. So, going to try that. got some wild game meat in the freezer that I'm going to use for it. So if you have thoughts on that, let me know. Let's see. Shane Allen. Here we go. Shane Allen coming in says, have put in, he's talking about the Kentucky elk draw. I've put in 19 years straight, never been drawn, but I still believe the elk draw is legit. Just luck of the draw with so many people that put in. Shane, thank you so much because you're 100% right. The elk draw is legit. It's actually ran by a third-party company that has nothing to do with Fish and Wildlife. They source that out, farm that out to someone else to do it. Here's the thing. There are people who put in for one time and they get drawn. And there are people that put in for 20 years and they've never been drawn. My good friend Hurley Combs, who runs Lost Mountain Outfitters, he has guided more elk hunts as far as he has guided more hunts that have resulted in a harvested elk than any other outfitter in Kentucky. And I don't mean that nothing. I mean, we have a lot of good outfitters. I'm just saying. But he went 21 years, I think, putting in from the very beginning, and he was drawn last year or the year before. So it's not rigged, but it is a long shot, right? There was a man in Frankfurt here this week that went to Kroger. He bought a Powerball, Mega Ball, something, won $1 million at Kroger this week. And the odds of being drawn for an elk are not that astronomical, but they are up there. I think last I heard there was like 94,000 different tags that were bought or that could have been drawn. So not 94,000 people, because a lot of folks will put in, they'll draw 3 tags. So it could be well over 30, maybe 40,000 people put in. There's 94,000 that can be drawn from, something like that. I'm not quoting that number by number, fact for fact, but it's a long shot. And I told Mike, look, Mike, you have to call Hurley Combs today. You have to get his information. You have to get his feedback, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Now, if you're Mark Lilly, I don't think Mark's on here. Mark Lilly, I think he's been drawn. His wife's been drawn. Maybe one of them been drawn twice. Lucky dogs. Most of us will never be drawn. And if we do, it'll probably be a one-time deal. I've probably put in 5 years now. I don't know. But go back to Shane. 19 years. In Kentucky, there's a loyalty redraw. So for the people that have put in the highest number of consecutive years, and Shane, 19 consecutive years has to be up there somehow. I don't know the exact number there. I could probably find out, but it has to be up there. Once people who were drawn, when it gets to like July 1st and they've not paid for their tag, those go back into a pot, and the people they're going to start like, okay, this guy, Joey Smith, has put in for 22 straight years. Boom, elk tag. 21 straight years, elk tag. So, Shane, your time is coming, brother. You just hang in there. Don't miss a year. Let's see. Troy says, got drawn last year after putting in since the first drawing, and I think it's nothing but a money racket. $10. I don't know. It's about 592 tags, I believe. And I don't think it's a money racket. I think it's an incredible opportunity for Kentuckians. If you just read Facebook comments, let's set a few things straight. If you just read Facebook comments, then you will see people saying, oh, all these out-of-staters, all this, all that. None of it's true. 10%, only 10% of the people drawn are out-of-staters. It's not true. You'll hear people say, oh, I know so-and-so, he's been drawn 5 times. Not true. Once you've been drawn, you have to wait 3 years to be drawn again. Has there been some shady stuff? Yeah, there was a commissioner back, I don't know, 17, 18 years ago who killed an elk out of season. Or maybe it wasn't out of season. Maybe he didn't have an elk tag and he killed it. Yeah, there's been some crazy stuff happen. But I'm telling you right now, the last several years have been legit, because I know the people at Fish and Wildlife and they're not going to rig that. And if, look, it's your opinion. If you think it's a money racket, that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. But, it's $10. If you actually get drawn, I think it's $100. Somebody correct me on that if I'm wrong. It's not easy. It's not easy to kill an elk in Kentucky, but it's easier to kill one in Kentucky than it is Colorado. Kentucky has like 45% success rate. Colorado has like 7. So, it is what it is. Now, some people say, oh, I wish it was a point system. You talk to folks that put in for point systems, they're not a big fan of those either. There's pros and cons. So this is a very fair draw. If I put in, I'm just a lonely freight broker. If you got any freight to move, I'll do it. Sponsored by Longship. I'm nobody special. If I put in and somebody special, I don't know, puts in, guess what? We have the same chance. Now, you might see people who literally elk hunt every year. I know there's a small handful of people that have elk hunted a dozen times. That's because they're paying a lot of money. They're paying $20,000, $25,000 for an elk tag and a guided trip. And guess what? That money is going to an organization that works in conservation in Kentucky. Like, I don't know who got them this year. Loman Scarborough could tell you his club, the Hopkins County Sportsman's Club. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry, Loman. Hopefully one day they'll be awarded an elk tag, and they're probably going to sell it for $15,000, right? And look, if you have $15,000, go buy it. Go purchase it. Go sell your truck and go elk hunting. I don't know, but it goes for a good cause. So it's not rigged. Mark Lilly is right. It's not. I hope people think that way and don't put in the Helmans. Yeah, Mark is right. It's not rigged. He would know. He's been drawn. It is expensive. It is expensive to hunt elk in Kentucky. If you get drawn and you want to hire a guide, it's probably going to be $4,500, $5,000. If you kill one and you want it mounted, it's going to be expensive. Sometimes people have to pay to get to have help to get the elk out from the bottom of the holler all the way up the mountain. That can be expensive. You might have to pay some people to help. It's expensive, but it's rare. Rare things are expensive. Isn't that how we value stuff in the United States, or I guess all around the world? The more rare something is, the more it costs. It is rare to kill a Kentucky elk, and so it's a little pricey. But if you pay your $110 for a tag, you're free to go out there and do it all on your own. Might not get much, might not get anywhere, but you're free to do that. Now, someone said, what if you can't afford a guide? Totally understand. If I got drawn this year, it's not been a great year. It's not been a great couple years for me. If I would have gotten drawn this year, no way I could have afforded a guide. No, absolutely no way. I would have called Hurley and I would have said, hey, bro, I can't pay you to guide me, but I will give you, he does a consultation fee. I will pay you $300-$400, whatever, for a consultation. You tell me where I need to apply to. You send me on my way, and I'll go try to get it done. I'll find the best guys I know to go with me, and we'll try to get it done. And, what's better than that, right? Let's see. Do you have to buy a tag after you get drawn? Yes. Mark, is it $100? Can you, I said that, and I think Mark said yes right here to that, but I'm not sure if that was a question I asked at that time. Bub says there's a point system on the redraw. Didn't know that. Loman, hey guys. Hey Loman, glad you're here, brother. Paul says the first few years it was kind okay rigged, but not now. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying there's not been some shady stuff early on, right? Like I said, I know there was a commissioner that killed an elk, poached an elk, basically. I don't remember. I'd have to Google it, and I would never say the guy's name because I mean, it was a stupid mistake, but he's got family and stuff. There's no reason to do that. But he either killed an elk without a tag or he killed it out of season. And he was a commissioner. And this was like 20 years ago. So, yeah. It's like I tell my girls, like I tell my daughters. In any profession, there's good and bad people. Whatever your job is, however you make money, Loman works in aerospace. There's good engineers that work with Loman, and there's bad engineers that work with Loman. I was a teacher for a long time. There were good teachers and bad teachers. And I don't mean good at their job or bad at their job. I mean good people. So yeah, sometimes somebody gets in fish and wildlife and they suck as a human. But that's not happening in a long time. And I think the people we have there right now, they don't suck as humans, right? Some of them better than others. That's natural. Got a lot of friends there. I really like them. I trust them. If I didn't, look, I'm the kind of guy, if I don't trust you, I'm not your friend. That's the way it goes. So, and you guys have friends there too, and you know these people. And let's see. No, that money goes to the people that owns land that they are opening the land to the public. Yeah, so there are two types of tags. There's a landowner tag, which a lot of the guides buy. These are owned by a lot of coal mines. You have to donate 5,000 acres to get one tag. So if you have 10,000 acres, 2 tags. 30,000 acres, 6 tags. Waiting on you guys to say it. 6 tags. So that will go straight to the landowner. A lot of those are bought by guides. And then the Fish and Wildlife actually awards what am I looking for? Tags exempt. What am I looking for? Nonprofit organizations that work within the hunting and fishing community. And they can auction off or they can sell the tag. So that's how it is. Paul said he got drawn in 2012 for a cow. That's great, Paul. I'm glad you did, man. Let's see. Trump Jr. bought or was given, in some cases, a few landowner tags and killed some nice bulls in Martin County. Hey, look, if there's a coal mine company who's friends with Trump Jr. or Trump Sr. or Barron or Joe Biden or whoever, right? I mean, he's not going to make it. And they have 3-4 tags, they can do what they want with them. As long as it's legal, right? They can do what they want. Whoever buys it still has to follow the hunting guide and the regulations. They can give them to whoever they want. They can keep them for themselves if they want. A lot of people just sell them. If you get 3 tags, if you have 15,000 acres, you get 3 tags, you might be able to make 30 grand. I don't care how rich you are as a coal mining owner, former owner. 30 grand is 30 grand. Let's see. I went on my own, killed a cow. That's Paul. You're right over there in the thick of them, aren't you? Do you have to hire a guide? Absolutely not. You do it all on your own. Your chances go up with a guide. If with a good guide, it's just like I said. There are guides that you're probably 90% going to kill an elk, and there are guides that you're just as good as off on your own. So if you're hiring a guide, before you spend anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. Check them out. Ask around. Ask me. I'll let you know. Just not publicly. Let's see. Like Mark said, you can do it on your own. It's hard. If you can afford it, God is 100% way to go. I'll give you this story. In full transparency, Hurley Combs, one of my best friends in the entire world. I couldn't pay him to go to guide me right now, so I would do a DIY unless he was like, hey, man, come on. But I would try to do DIY myself. Even though I'm a friend of guides, I'm for them. I don't think we would have nearly the elk program if we didn't have guides. I don't think they get the best reviews or they have the best reputation. Now, I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm just saying they're not looked at by, maybe Fish and Wildlife doesn't favor them as much as they should, or maybe the community doesn't favor them as much as they should. But we don't have a program without them. Because your average Joe's just not going to go kill an elk. I think we killed 200 elk last year. That's with guides. That number decreases tremendously without them. So, that is what it is. But no, go do it on your own. But I will say this. I remember, I think 2 years ago, there was a guy that got one of the 10%. He was one of the 10%ers. All the way from Alaska. Flew down in here. Went elk hunting. No luck. He had 1 day left. That night, he called Hurley Combs. The next morning, by like 8 a.m., he had a cow on the ground. Pretty sure on the video, the guy was crying. He was so excited. Not a wasted trip, not a wasted tag. Was able to take a Kentucky elk meat back to Alaska. It paid off for him. You know, maybe you can get it done on your own. There's a lot of big bulls being killed on their own, and there's a lot of tag soup being eaten on their own too. Let's see. Bub says also the Elkhorn Coal and RNH. I don't remember what that stands for. Public hunting access should be wide open for public hunting elk hunters, not a regulated area. Bub, that's a conversation for a different time. I think I agree with you, and I'm willing to have that conversation on here. I'm willing to have that conversation with Fish and Wildlife, but I'm not educated enough on it at this moment to do that. But it's something we need to keep back here to bring up at a later time. There's good builders, bad builders. You're a good builder, Christian. You're the best builder, brother. Bob the builder. I still have to put in, I've not missed a year. Paul, I hope you get you a bull, brother. You need to get your boy to put in too, Paul Jr. Hey, PK, glad you're here, man. I just tell you, PK, I cannot get Fort Knox off my mind. Honestly, PK, yesterday I replayed in my mind me sitting at the base of that tree and that buck coming in and me thinking, oh my gosh, is it legal? Is it legal? And by the time it got to me and I realized it was too late. And I'm still mad about that, PK. I'm still mad. Mark says, it's like anything else. There's good guys who want to kill elk, and there are guys who really don't have land to hunt elk and will still take your money. Whew. Boy, that'll step on some toes right there, Mark. That will step on some toes. Yeah. Don't drop a big amount of money before you really vet the person that's taking you. I've heard horror stories, horrible stories of hunters being just ghosted, left alone at a hotel or a gas station. The guide never shows up. I've heard stories of hunters going out with a guide and they didn't even have permission to be on the property they were on. And see, this is why guides get bad names. But I'm telling you, there's some excellent guides in Kentucky. If you want a recommendation, I'll give you three. I'll give you three recommendations if you come to me and I'll say, hey, this is what I would choose. And this would be my second choice. And this would be my third. Now, I'm not going to say that publicly on the air because my fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh choice might be friends of mine. But, you know, I always tell the truth. I'll always be honest with you. Let's see. That was one of my problems last year. The elk I seen was in my zone, but on the restricted area. Yeah, man, I have opinions on that, but I just can't. I can't articulate them right now because I need to learn more. RNH gave their land and get 5 tags a year. That's a lot of tags. I think if I was a coal owner and I got 5 tags, one of those suckers would be mine every year. I'd be out hunting every year. And you know what? I'd want mine restricted for me, brother, because that's what I'd be wanting to do. Let's see. Congrats, Mark. Yeah, Mark, big elk killer. I've never hunted elk, but I feel like I could get good at calling. It couldn't be much harder than hunting deer. A lot more deer than elk, my friend. 1 million deer. Kentucky has 1 million deer. That's I'm about messed up. What is that? 7 digits. That's 7 digits. Some people think we have probably between 7 and 10,000 elk. That's 4 to 5 digits, Christian. I don't know. Joe Biden hunting. Now that's funny. Joe Biden doing anything. It's funny, right? Y'all think Joe will win? Now I'm going to guess most people in here, other than Bub's a Democrat. I'm going to guess most people in here are Trump supporters. I'm not going to get into a political debate. But I think no matter what side you're on, I don't know who's going to win. I mean, I know most of the people I'm around think Trump was going to win, but we thought that last time too. I don't know, man. It's May. We're hitting the stride. I hope they debate, though. That'll be fun. I don't even care. I don't even care who wins the debate. I say it's going to be one of the most comical events ever. Gosh, so many good things come out of that. Loman says, I need to take Hurley Combs Jr. to Colorado with me. Hey, you pay his way, he'll go. He don't care. We applied. So Loman's Hopkins County Sportsman's Club, they've applied for these permits: elk, turkey, deer, and waterfowl blind. So if they're awarded those by Fish and Wildlife as a nonprofit, then they can sell those. Now they can sell that elk probably 10 to 15,000. The turkey probably 5 to 600. The deer maybe 1,000, 1,200. The waterfowl, no idea. And all that money goes to Loman's Club, and Loman's doing great things. He's getting a boat ramp put in at Peabody that really needs it. He's stocking ponds, I think, Loman. Maybe I'm off on that. But he's doing great things for conservation out in Hopkins County, so we need that. Michael says, good luck. It's all about money now. Most leased to have access leased. I'll never put in for it again. Hey, you know what? That's okay, Michael. Michael, if you don't put in for it, brother, that gives me one more chance to win. So if you've been drawn before, Michael, I hope you closed on one. And if you haven't, I would say go ahead and put in $10, $20 a year. You know, I wasted that today buying the girls food at Steak and Shake. So, man, a Kentucky out would be special. I'm praying, guys. I am hoping my buddy, my friend, my brother, Mike Collins, your friend too, gets him a Kentucky elk. All we've talked about since we've known each other, we'd love to kill Kentucky elk. We'd love to kill Kentucky black bear. Now, we've tried to kill black bear. Those suckers are tough. But I think he's going to do it. I wish he was here to talk about it. You'll have to come back next Tuesday. Hopefully, he'll be back here next Tuesday, and he can kind of give us his plan. He should know by the end of this week, you know, if he's going to hire a guy, if he's going to do this, going to do that. So we'll see. But man, guys, I'm telling you, when I saw it said Michael Collins, Independence, Kentucky, I was so excited. It was like I had won. I jumped up out of my chair. I ran into the kitchen. Don't know why. I have no idea. I just went in there with my phone, and I was typing in, Mike, answer your phone. Send in the picture. And he just said, holy crap. Like, he was so excited. And, man, that was fun. A couple years ago, my brother's name popped up, but it was a different brother. So, gosh, I hope I'm next year, not Josh, me. Bub's going to clarify he's not a Biden Democrat. So he's not like all the way left. He's just kind of like leaning left, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Shane Allen says, we didn't guide. We tagged along. I think even back then we needed a license. Let's see. Elk are friends, not food. Save the elk. He's joking. A Dixiecrat. I don't know what that is. Sounds fruity. I'll keep them safe in my freezer. There you go. I've suggested guides to 3 different people today. I'm friends with a few different guides. Even though I'm friends with others, I think there's no doubt who the top elk outfitter is. I would just say take opinion out of it, Mark. Numbers don't lie. Right? But I have so many friends who are elk guides who are good people. We've had some really, really bad elk outfitters. Some who have, like I said, taken money from clients, never took them hunting, had their own guides that took hunters hunting and never paid their own guides. We've had some bad ones. But, man, we have a lot of good ones, a lot of good folks. I don't know how good of a hunter some of them are, but they're great folks. Let's see. Cow are more hard. I would say cows are hard to hunt, but they're probably more cows. Yeah, I've been drawn either sex, Bo, my brother. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Is Mike's tag archery only? Yes, archery only. And all the archery tags are either sex now. So what I'm guessing is Mike's probably going to take a week off of work in September, and he's going to chase hard on a bull. And if he can't get the bull, then maybe he'll come back in December and try to get a cow, because bulls are a lot more difficult than cows. In December. So we'll see. Now I'm just saying what I've heard. Dustin Armfield here says Lost Mountain Outfitters comes out on top every year. So Dustin could tell you more. Mike's got an archery tag. Dustin is one of Hurley's guides, and he's I'm just going to say Hurley told me he was his best guide. Dustin's on here, so But Dustin can give you the information. If you're on here looking for a guide, send Dustin a message. There you go. Get put a little money in his pocket. If you kill a deer this year and you can't find it, send Dustin a message. Eastern Kentucky Drone Services or Thermal Recovery. I don't know, Dustin. I'm sorry if I butchered that. But he will take his drone and he'll help you find the recovered deer. He did it a lot last year. Mark says, Dustin, 100%. There you go. Let's see what Anthony said here. I know we were on elk, and I got to go with one of my friends, Justin Lee. We got rained on the whole 3 days I spent with him, and on an old strip mine in Eastern Kentucky. We had an absolute blast and learned so much. It was cold and wet, but unsuccessful. But the experience was fantastic. Also, can we learn more on the squirrel hunting prize? Yeah, we'll talk about the squirrel hunting tournament here in just a few minutes. PK says, John, if I ever got drawn, y'all need to go with me. Look, I'm down. I'm down. I already told Mike. I had a couple of friends. Last year I went to the elk event. I didn't go this year. But last year I went to the elk event. I got to announce the archery tags. And one of my friends was one of the guys I announced. I was so excited for him. I couldn't wait to say his name out loud. I had to keep it a secret for a few days before. And I really wanted to go with him. He got drawn. His area, his zone was in Harlan County, where I'm from, and we talked a lot, but I didn't get to go. Just had a lot going on in life then. This year, I think I'm going to get to go. And I think I told Mike, let me know when you're going. I will put in for my vacation days. My vacation days reset in August. So I'm like, hey, bro, I'm ready to go. I need to keep a few for deer season, but I got to go elk hunting. And when I go, my job is to do 3 things. Number 1, I'm going to stay out of the way. I'm not an elk hunter. I'm not a great hunter at all. I'll be the first to admit. Number 1, I'm going to stay out of Mike's way. Number 2, I'm going to document every single thing that happens. I'm going to have my phone filming the entire time. And then you guys can go along with us when I do that. And number 3, when he kills it, I'm just going to help him pack it out. That's all I'm going to do. Stay out of the way, film everything, help you pack it out, take a few steaks home. That's it. So I can't wait. PK, if you get drawn, we're there, brother. We are there. Let's see. Anthony Jones. Yes, sir. I do it again. There you go, Justin. I hope you get to. Is Mark the only one in here that has killed a Kentucky elk? I don't know if Dustin's killed one. He's been there. He's guided many. Has anyone else killed a Kentucky elk in here? Maybe. Oh, Paul did. Paul killed a cow. Yeah, that's right. Okay. No one say anything. Gordy says, can't wait to see the video, John. I can't wait to go, Gordy. Someone said, Anthony said it was cold and raining when he went. Man, early September, like second week of September, elk hunting. Whew, miserably hot in Kentucky the last few years. Like 95 degrees hot in Kentucky the last few years. This could affect Mike's ability. I'll go ahead and say it. If you had planned on coming to our public land deer camp at the end of September, Mike's not going to be there. If he's going to be taking a week to elk hunt, no way. His wife is going to let him come to deer camp too. So Mike won't be there. I can already tell you that. But you know what? This guy right here will. I'll be there. Bub better be there after he stood us up last year. Dustin's son killed a brute a few years ago when I held the Hunting the 606 Expo. Was that you, Bub? Huh. Let's see. Dustin said his son killed a 360-inch bull in 2020. There you go. There you go. Jake, Aaron Atkins said, what about the new RAs and some old ones they got rid of? Jake, Bub brought that up. I don't know enough about it to really comment on it right now. But I think it's something we will talk about in the future. Maybe we can have some of the fellas from Fish and Wildlife on. Maybe we can have some disgruntled elk enthusiasts on to talk about. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know the solution. I don't know the problems. I got to figure that out before I can talk about it. You saying Bub held a great event? That's funny, Dustin, because I planned. I don't know if you know this, Dustin. Last deer season, I organized an event. It was a deer camp in Western Kentucky. And I literally, Dustin, I'm not exaggerating when I say I literally planned this event around Michael Bub Tackett's schedule. He said, hey, bro, I'm 14 days on. I'm 14 days off. Please have your deer camp. Please, John, have your deer camp when I'm not working. I really want to be there this year. I missed out on it, and it looked like such a great time, and I really need some friends right now. So please plan your deer camp during my 14 days off. So I did. I said, guys, this is the weekend we're having it. No discussion. I'm doing this for my friend Bub. Guess who is the one person who didn't show up? Bub Tackett. Planned it around him, didn't show up. Hey, what does it say about a man? What does it say about a man? That's right, Gary. He better go this year. He's not 14 days on, 14 days off anymore. He's just driving a truck, right? Driving a truck, and he won't even let me move the freight. He won't even help me out. Let me help his boss find some trucks here or there. Mark Lilly says, which ones did they get rid of? I scouted the Car Creek track and never seen a track. Guys, I talked that pasture cows on it. Hadn't seen elk in 2 years. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. All right, guys, you see it right here, Gary Kite. You see this right here. Bub says, I'll be there. Now, Gary, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't heard that before. But I think he will, and he's going to bring Colton too, Gary. Let's see. It's Mark. It's scattered. I think some good ones in Zone 7. No, Zone 7. So, Gary, you screenshot it. Here, Gary. Hold on, Gary. Let's see. Bub says he'll be there. Look, Gary, I'm giving you a thumbs up. Look. Well, hold on. I don't even know what I'm doing. Look, Gary. Look, I'm pointing to it. Screenshot it, Gary, so we can send it to Bub, and we know that he's going to be there. There you go. If you didn't do it, Gary, you can go back and do it. All right, we talked about elk. Sadly, none of us in here. There's 26 people watching. None of us are going to be elk hunting this year. I'm going to tag along with Mike, but none of us are going to be doing it. Now, something that we all can do, August 17th, so about 3 months from now, August 17th, opening day of squirrel hunting season. I'm already working on it because I want it to be our biggest and best squirrel hunting tournament of all time. So here, let me lay it out. You guys, U24 right now, you're going to get a preview of it before anyone else, before the millions of people around the world that want to be involved in this, learn about it. This is what we're going to do. August 17th, it is the open day of squirrel season. We're going to have a squirrel hunting tournament. Why not spring? It comes in this Saturday. One, because I don't have the time. We really have to push this, right? Two, the last time we had it in the spring and / summer, the turnout sucked. The amount of squirrels killed was not very good. But when we had it in August, you can get on those squirrels early. So we're going to have it August 17th. All right, we'll do it like from daylight to 3 p.m. that day. I have a pair of, let's see if I can, I don't know how to find those. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let me show you what the top prize is going to be, okay? Give me like put some kind of emoji. I don't care what it is. Put some kind of emoji or any phrase or word, anything you want, just to let me know that you are interested in participating. It's going to be a partner, maybe you and your son, you and your daughter, you and your wife, you and your girlfriend, Bub, you and your whatever, you and your buddy. Who is interested in the squirrel hunting tournament? Say something. Just put something in the comments so I'll know. Some of you don't like to put emojis, but just put something. Put something there. Put a little nut in there. Put a little squirrel in there. Why is this not working? See, this is how it's done right here. Christian did. He put 100 sign. James Evans put nothing. I'll take it. PK put a squirrel. Josh put a little hang 10. Hey, if you're in the turkey camp, if you're in that group chat, will you message me the link to the top prize, those guns? Will you message that to me on my personal on my personal Facebook page because for some reason I can't get it to pull up in the turkey chat. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. Anthony's confused. Anthony's confused. He was going to, he tried putting a squirrel emoji, and it's a skunk. And so, Anthony, I was just thinking about you. Anthony told me, oh, there it is. Anthony, oh, sorry, close up. Anthony, look, Anthony, I'm trying to keep the tire prices down on my Tundra. So the second part, the next 16 minutes of this is sponsored by S&S Tire in Beaumont Center in Lexington. Tell them I sent you, and you will get a free S&S Tire sticker, a free sticker, and a cup of coffee, free cup of coffee. I gotta get a drink. You sent it to me? Why is it not coming through then? Anthony and Jimmy work at S&S Tire. They gave me this wonderful hat that I'm wearing here. And I like, it's like a trucker hat. It's mesh in the back. It didn't come through, Chris. I don't know what happened. Man, this is killing me. Why is it not working? Anyway, squirrel hunting tournament. I don't want to waste more time. Squirrel hunting tournament. We're giving away 2 Umarex 22 caliber air rifles. These things, they're Rugers. These things are so bad. You are going to love them. Here's what I use them for. I've got, oh, there we go. Here we go. It's working now. I've got an air rifle, not as nice as the ones we're giving away, but I've got an air rifle that I use. I keep it just sitting here in my kitchen because if I see squirrels on my roof, I lower the window down in my kitchen and I blast those things because they are trying to get into the soffit of my house. We've talked about this before. And so that's what I do to them. So here's what we're giving away. Man, this is a sweet prize. Hold on, let me share the screen. Present. Oh, don't leave me. There, we got people leaving. I promise you're gonna like this prize. And I want to get. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a second. You see that? Does everybody see that? Ruger Targus Hunter Max 22 caliber. MSRP $230. Your price $207 if you order on this website. But if you win the squirrel hunting tournament, 100% free, folks. You can win if you kill a 12 squirrel limit between you and your buddy, and you have the longest squirrels of the group. You can be the owner of that incredible air rifle. You can't tell me that's not nice. Let me know. 1 to 10, scale of 1 to 10. What do you rate this top prize? But that's not all, folks. That's not all. I'm going to tell you more in just a second. What do you rate this one prize? Scale of 1 to 10. I give it a 10. Honestly, I give it a 10. Nobody? Nobody's going to rate it? Gordy gives it a 10. Gordy, I tell you what, Gordy, we might just say, hey, Gordy, you can participate wherever you live. If you're in Ohio, you're in Tennessee, you're in Missouri, New York, Florida, Michigan, wherever. 10s across the board. I love it. I agree. Got to get my squirrel stretcher out too. Bub just got disqualified. Chris gave it a 9. Chris, what would be a 10 in your mind? Last year we gave away two 22 rifles, actual long rifles. I'm just telling you, they weren't as nice as these. They just weren't. They were nice, but these are high caliber air rifles. Easy hold. You don't have to do a background check or anything like that. It's there. Now, here's the second thing. The other year, they were actually guns. So, Chris, we've given away guns 3 times. First year, air rifles. Second year, guns. Third year, then this year, air rifles. However, the air rifles have actually been more popular. And I think because most folks already own a 22 or something like that. Air rifles are just kind of cool. But here's what I want to know next. If you don't win the top prize, this is what I've been going over. Guys, I can reach out to pretty much anyone and say, hey, this is what we're doing. I need to give away 2 things. What can you do for us? What do you think some good second place, third place prizes would be? If you come just short, let's say you give it your all, you have a 12 squirrel limit and you get edged out by an inch for the top prize, I don't want you to be disappointed in the second prize. So what would you like to see as a second prize and the third prize? And I've got more information if you want to hang out 10 more minutes and get it. An elk tag. Whoa. Come on, Bob. That sounds like a socialist, Bub. Wanting to just give away expensive things. Yeah. Antler builder. Okay. I can get on to do that. I was thinking more squirrel related, but there's 2 antler builders. All right, guys, that's easy. That's easy. That's easy. A cell camera. Ooh, that's a good one. Spartan Forge membership. It's Spartan Forge cell cameras. You know, Josh, I bet you I can get 2 cell cameras. I'd probably either have to get a membership or cell cameras. I don't think they're going to give me 2 cell cameras along with 2 memberships. Maybe a free trial or something, maybe for a month. Okay, I'll work on that. Turkey decoys, I don't know. I can probably get that, but I don't know if they do it for a squirrel hunting tournament. Squirrel hunting vest. Okay, there you go. What else? What else you got? Okay, antler builder, cell cameras, we can do that. So here's the other part of it. The last 2 squirrel hunting tournaments we've had, every single time, I have my inbox full of folks saying, why don't you have your 22 air rifle division with no dogs and then have an open division? An open division where you can use shotguns, you can use dogs, you can use rub 2 quarters together, whatever. So I think we're going to do that this year. Now, I don't know if we're going to do both on the same day because that might drive me crazy going through all of it. Or we might have the first Saturday of squirrel season, 22s, long rifles, air rifles. The second Saturday squirrel season, shotguns, dogs, air rifles, whatever, wide open. No holds bar squirrel tournament. What do you guys think about that? Having 2, and I could probably get some good prizes for that one too. I'm not saying I can get some 12 gauges. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But here's the thing. If I get 2 12 gauges, everyone's going to join that and not the air rifles. I don't know. We'll see. Do them on separate days. I love that idea. Location, Derek. Where you live, Derek? Where you live? Am I going to let you down, or am I going to give you an opportunity to hunt squirrels? Is Derek close by? Because this is another one. We've always done, Derek. We've always done Kentucky. Derek, you're good. You're good. It's the bluegrass, brother. It's Paducah to Pikeville, Floyd County. You're included in that. Yeah. Wheelwright, whatever. He's in Floyd County. You know what, Derek? If you're a friend of Bub, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, but he's got a couple friends, Derek, I just don't like. But Derek's one of those hall boys from Floyd County. Can you play ball, Derek? Anthony Jones, we can donate 4 free conventional oil changes. You know what? You send me 4 certificates for free oil changes. I'm probably going to have to keep those. But Anthony says 4 free conventional oil changes, good for either of our stores, Beaumont and Lexington, or Brandon Crossing in Nicholasville. Good for free conventional oil changes with no expiration date. I feel like I should read this really fast at like the tail end of a commercial. If you use something other than conventional oil, you know what I mean? Like it's like the fine print. If you use something other than conventional oil, we'll take $30 off whatever oil you use. I can make that happen easily, not hunting related. But hey, dude, you know what's hunting related? A truck. So yes, I told you sponsored by S&S Tire. Look at that. We got it right live on the show. Way to come through, Anthony. We'll do that. And maybe we can do that. Let's see. You know, if you live in Pike County, probably not going to help you. But we'll figure out a way to include like this area, Lexington surrounded areas, to do that. Please don't put me in Wheelwright. I know, man. He dragged that poor girl, Fiesta Wheelwright. I felt sorry for her ever since. Private or public, both, Jim. Whatever you want to do. What about Tennessee boys? Can we hunt at home? I think when we have the open division, Gary, where no really rules apply except follow your state's regulations, we'll do all over the place, which could get crazy. But we don't care. That's what we do, man. We just make it happen. Let's see. Anthony said, "That's what happens. You wear gear. There you go, brother." And Derek is laughing at Bub and Wheelwright. Derek Bub is the commissioner of Wheelwright, but we all know the sheriff is a real power broker in Wheelwright. He holds all the cards. Bub's just a pawn in his game. If you know anything about Bub, he's had a little feud with the sheriff. Bub's a city commissioner. He's got a feud with the sheriff, and I like to laugh about it. So, can we use shotguns? Yes, we'll have one weekend where no shotguns, one weekend where you can use shotguns. Or I don't know. We'll figure it out how to do it. But I promise we're going to let everyone special prize for fox squirrels. No, ain't no special prize. We got fox squirrels all over the place up here. Listen, you come up here where I'm at, Gary, you're not going to kill a gray squirrel. You only going to kill fox squirrels. So we try to mix that up a little bit. Oh, man, when you're doing this by yourself, golly. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? It's about time to go. I tell you what, Mike missed a good show tonight, don't y'all think? Josh won't answer his phone. Mike's at a ball game. Sometimes you just got to do it, man. Billy Barnett's texting me. Hey, John, just a reminder, some pictures of that. So Billy Barnett, you know Billy, he's a turkey hunter, turkey hunting pro, man. He's killed a turkey in all the states that have them, some states multiple times. He runs Turkey Hunting USA, and one of the best humans on planet Earth. He saw my cot. I have a Cabela's cot that I've used for a couple years. And he saw it, or no, I saw that he had the same one. And I was like, oh, man, you had the same cot I did. And he said, I'll pay you whatever you want for it. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And you can't find them anymore. I didn't know this. So talking about rare things that are rare, I really have the leverage here, and I'm going to see how much Billy wants to go. I hope Billy's watching right now. I'll see how much he wants to go for this cot. And, maybe that'll buy me an elk tag. We'll see. It is food plot season right now, and you better get on it. You better get on it. My brother's moving into a house soon. Thought maybe this weekend, maybe next weekend. And when I go help him move in Western Kentucky, I think he and I are going to look at where he hunts and see if we can put some stuff down for him. We'll probably do like some some fall seed. I don't even know. I got the hiccups. I'm losing my mind right now. Bub says, didn't even think about Bub helping tonight, did you? Shaking my head. Missed one deer camp, and you scrum around here. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. City cop, not the sheriff. We like him. So my apologies to the sheriff. I'm sure he's a great sheriff. The city cop, corruption and Wheelwright. And you know what, Bub? We'll take him down. Is that slander? Could I be liable for that? I don't know. I'm just joking. Allegedly corrupt. Bub Tackett. Thank God I have enough sense to stay on the good side of left beaver. The boys, when they start talking Floyd County, you just got to back up. You just got to exit the conversation. It's a different world out there. So, folks, listen, I hope next year you all get drawn. We all get drawn for an elk tag. Probably all of us will be sitting here saying maybe next year again. But we are going to go, not just me, but all of us, this EOM family. We're all going to go take this adventure with Michael Collins in September via my cell phone, and we're going to just have a great time. Before that, August 17th, we're going to hunt squirrels, and we're giving away guns and prizes, and then we're having a deer camp end of September, 1st of October, and you're all invited to that too. And if Bub doesn't come, he's never invited again. So, hey, I appreciate you guys sticking with me tonight. I don't know. I have more fun when it's by myself because I get to talk because I like to talk a lot. But you guys, I'm sure you miss Mike, Josh, whatever. Hopefully one of them will be back next week. And we'll just keep this thing rolling. Until then, please come back and join us next Tuesday night, 9 o'clock. So good to be with you guys. This is exactly what I needed today. Love you all. Have a good week. See you next Tuesday.